recent months, the city of Nairobi has been marked by protests led by young people known as Gen Z. These are young people born between the years 1997 and 2012. These were intense protests said to have been caused by challenges facing this generation in general, and they expressed their frustrations by taking to the streets in different cities. Some infrastructure was severely damaged, many citizens suffered losses of their property, and others even lost their lives. However, this city appears to be unique. It is among the most beautiful and developed cities in Africa. What kind of city is Nairobi? Beyond this image of recurring challenges, there is other unique information that many people would like to know, as well as a special history that may surprise you. Nairobi is a major city with a long history. It is the capital city of Kenya and one of the most important cities in Africa in terms of both economic and political influence. For many years, Nairobi has been regarded as a diplomatic hub in this region, as well as a center for trade, culture, and other activities. It is a large city with impressive buildings that rank among the finest in Africa. It is a city growing at a very fast pace of development, which makes living in it require great alertness, and it is also a city often associated with congestion and disorder. Where did this city come from? How did it begin? When did it start? And who founded it? What is life like in Nairobi? You are welcome. These and more are what I will bring to you today. This is Carmelo from Carmelo Entertainment, bringing you programs like this. This program was written by Nupenda Joel. Geographically, the city of Nairobi is located at an altitude of 1,795 meters above sea level. The climate in Kenya is not very different from that of other countries in the East African Community region. There are rainy seasons alternating with dry seasons. Heavy rainfall in Nairobi occurs from March to May. Moderate rainfall occurs from October to December. During the day it is warm, while at night it becomes quite cold. Many visitors to Nairobi are amazed by how highly developed the city is, with buildings rising close to the clouds. There are buildings constructed in colonial style, as well as densely packed housing in informal settlements. Some notable areas in Nairobi include Westlands, which is a major commercial and residential area. There are also Karen, industrial area, and the Central Business District. Economically, Nairobi is a city growing at a very strong pace and also hosts major international organizations, which is very significant for the country's economy. Nairobi hosts regional offices of major companies such as Google. It also hosts headquarters of United Nations agencies for East Africa, the World Bank, and other UN branches involved in urban development and housing. Nairobi has many industries, financial institutions, buildings for sale and rent, technology firms, and tourism activities. It is unique in that it has a national park located within the capital city, featuring exceptional natural scenery, Nairobi National Park. It is located 7 kilometers from the city center. The park is very rich, hosting animals such as lions, giraffes, wild pigs, and other wildlife. Near the park, there are many tall buildings rising toward the sky. It is a scene many people enjoy, seeing a city blended with wildlife. In terms of education and innovation, Nairobi hosts major universities that stand out in the region, including the University of Nairobi, Moi University, and Kenyatta University. Regarding innovation, Nairobi is in a very strong position. There is a technology sector known as Silicon Savannah, which has produced various innovations that have simplified life in the EAC region, such as M-Pesa and mobile money. Transportation of people and goods in Nairobi is also well developed. The city has Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, which is the busiest airport in the East African region. There is also the standard gauge railway that connects Nairobi to the city of Mombasa. In public transportation, Nairobi residents use vehicles popularly known as matatus, which are minibuses. These vehicles are often crowded, play loud music, are decorated with images of global celebrities, and have screens inside for passengers to watch music videos. There are also larger buses than matatus. In addition, there are bodabodas, which are motorcycle taxis. Nairobi roads experience heavy traffic congestion, although the government has tried to build wide highways, many bridges, flyovers, and underpasses to ease movement and ensure people do not arrive late to work. The private sector has introduced technology-based services such as Bolt to help people access vehicles easily. There is also Uber, well known worldwide, where you enter your location and destination, and within minutes a vehicle arrives. Another mode of transport in Nairobi is motorcycles, known as bodabodas. Unlike other African cities where both the rider and passenger wear helmets, in Nairobi usually only the rider wears a helmet and may carry more than one passenger without concern. The population of Nairobi is approximately 5,576,990 people. Nairobi residents belong to many Kenyan ethnic groups, including Kikuyu, Luo, Luhya, Kamba, Kizii, and many others. Languages spoken include Kiswahili, English, and indigenous Kenyan languages. Music is one of the most loved forms of entertainment among Nairobi residents. Popular places to visit include Giraffe Center, David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, Kazuri Beads, KICC for City Views, Nairobi National Museum, Carnival Restaurant, and many others. The lifestyle and development of residents are visible throughout the city. In Nairobi and Kenya in general, work begins at 8 a.m. for government employees and others. However, for private business owners, there is no distinction between day and night. They work around the clock, 24 hours a day. In the Kilimani area, which was developed by the British in 1966, there are residential buildings as well as commercial activities. The area hosts major commercial buildings such as Yaya Center, which is considered a business hub. Inside are restaurants, phone dealers, financial institutions, and many others. There are also entertainment centers and casinos. The area includes State House, primary and secondary schools, major universities, parks, and theaters. A distinctive feature of this area is the large number of foreigners engaged in business, churches, and a major Ismaili mosque. It is a high-end commercial area generating very high income. The name Nairobi comes from the Maasai language, meaning cool water. From there, Nairobi rapidly developed and became the colonial capital of the British in East Africa in 1907. It was declared a city in 1950. Later, in 1963, it became the capital of independent Kenya. Nairobi became a center of resistance and struggle against colonialism, especially during the Mau Mau period in the 1950s. Their slogan was, "The white man must go to Europe, the African must get freedom." The Mau Mau was a traditional guerrilla movement during British colonial rule, mainly composed of members of the Kikuyu community. It was not an ordinary movement, it was an armed resistance group fighting colonialism in Africa and played a major role in Kenya's independence in 1963. The movement operated mainly in central Kenya, in forests and near towns. The Mau Mau fighters numbered between 11,000 and 25,000, while British forces numbered about 200, supported by approximately 1,800 Africans used as collaborators. Militarily, the Mau Mau did not achieve immediate victory, but they contributed significantly to Kenya's independence in 1963. The struggle of Mau Mau inspired other African countries. The reasons for the uprising included land dispossession, extreme economic inequality, political exclusion, suppression of traditional culture, the global wave of independence movements, and African soldiers returning from World War II. In 1950, the Mau Mau movement was officially formed. Secret oaths were administered to recruits, particularly among the Kikuyu, Embu, and Meru communities. Military operations followed, and the British imposed mass arrests of suspected collaborators. Over 80,000 Kikuyu were detained in camps in 1954. Nairobi and other cities experienced serious security challenges. In 2013, the British government formally apologized and paid £25 million in compensation to surviving victims. Today, Mau Mau fighters are remembered as heroes of Kenyan independence. Notable figures include Dedan Kimathi, a major guerrilla leader executed by the British in 1957, and Jomo Kenyatta, who later became the first president of independent Kenya in 1964. Another prominent figure was General China Wairuhiu Ithoth, a senior Mau Mau leader who was later captured and collaborated with the British. The Mau Mau story is well documented by various writers, artists, and historians. Plays such as the trial of Dedan Kimathi highlight the injustices suffered by Kenyans. Renowned Kenyan writer Ngugi Wa Thiong'o, who passed away in 2025, frequently addressed Mau Mau themes in his works. In Nairobi, popular foods include nyama choma, grilled meat, maize flour ugali, chapati, samosas, and vegetables such as sukuma wiki. Popular drinks include Tusker and White Cap beers. Nairobi is also known for high levels of theft and insecurity. Newcomers are advised not to walk alone at night or display valuables such as phones or cameras, especially in crowded areas, as pickpocketing is common. Thank you for listening.